Good morning everyone, how are you all going? Chris here. I just watched a live chat video. Well, it wasn't live, but it was from the UK. One of the TV channels there had this chat video on, and it was about people that stockpile. And I want to talk about something far worse than people like me. Well, we don't stockpile, I mean, we're always prepped. But, I mean, there is a lot of insane people going out buying stuff today. I've got to get in here later. And they're buying the shelves empty, basically, even in Australia. But on this talkback program I was just watching, one of the people there said that they went in and they bought some canned food. One lady that was on the show, she was an asthma sufferer, and she stocked up with enough asthma puffers for a month, which is fair enough. And because if we get quarantined, and that's happening throughout the world, as you can see, so she stocked up with enough food for herself and her daughter, and she's at risk, the same as what Ziggy and I are, for a month. And she said, no, that's not greed, that's me looking after myself, meaning her and her daughter. And as I say, she's a chronic asthma sufferer, and that's great. That's fantastic. You're doing a wonderful job, love, looking after you and yours. Okay, that is, once you're a parent or a grandparent, all right, it's your job to look after you first, your kids, or grandkids. Okay, and we've got enough here. If our kids want to come home, if it gets bad, then they can. All right, and as a parent, that is our sole role in life, is to look after myself and my wife first, or my wife is before me actually, and my kids and my soon-to-be grandkids. And I see that as my role in life, all right? Now, anyway, she was, one of the commentators said, well, they went into a store, now, just the other day they bought a can of they bought a can of spaghetti and meatballs, one, you know, and it was 79p a can. All right, and there wasn't, you know, they bought a whole heap of different foods, and they went back to buy a bit more, and that same can was over £2. Now that's price gouging in a time when people are feeling threatened and in need, and that is the most disgusting, despicable thing that a store or a brand can do. And I'm going to say to you right now, okay, I want you to write down the name of that store. I want you to write down the brand name of the product, and remember it, write it down, stick it on your fridge. Any store that price gouges during this bit of a problem we're having right now, simply don't shop there. Send the bastards broke, okay? Don't shop there. Even after it's all good and oaken dory and the world gets back to normal, which, because of the economic things tied to this coronavirus, I mean, have a look at the stock markets lately, people, okay? Now these shops think it's okay to put the price of a can of food from 79p to over, this is English, 79 pence, to over 2 English pounds. All right, for a small can of spaghetti and meatballs or whatever it was. That's just wrong. That's price gouging. It's the lowest of the lowest act a supermarket or anybody can do in a time like this. And all those people that are trying to sell, they've stockpiled their toilet paper and they're now trying to sell it on eBay for $100 a roll. You too are the lowest of the low, the most despicable people on this earth. okay, in a time of need. All right, you are just really low. Anyway, remember the stores, remember the brands, and never buy them again, or never go back and shop in those stores. And that's the only way that these businesses are going to learn a lesson. Let's turn around and hurt their friggin' wallets, because they're just in a time when everyone feels threatened and in need, and there really is no way to feel this threatened, okay? At the most, you're going to be quarantined for a month. Okay, so there's no rush yet in Australia. So do your normal shopping. Ziggy and I are still doing our normal shopping. Because, I mean, all we do is turn our food over. Ziggy and I are from stations, okay, where we always got used to the mail truck not coming because it was flooded and stuff like that. So we've always had 1 or 2 months worth of food on hand anyway. And that's just a habit we got into as station workers and as later on farmers. All right? But the lowest of the low is this price gouging that's just started to come to light now. So please remember the store, remember the brands, never shop there again, never buy that brand. All right? Hit them where they're trying to hit you right now, in their wallet, their bottom line. Send the buggers broke. Okay, keep safe everyone. Don't panic too much. There's really no need yet in Australia. Our government at this stage seems to have it pretty well in hand. So, because we quarantined early, our government declared a global pandemic 2 weeks before even the WHO did it, and their excuse for we didn't want to start a panic. Well, hello. I mean, the rest of the world has got eyes. Most of us have got internet. Most of us watch the news, and yeah. I just think I don't think much of the WHO right now, by the way, the World Health Organization. Anyway, that's it. Keep safe, everyone. Bye for now.